is Anthony Ellison. I go by the cosplay name Negro Yasha, so you can find me on social media. Welcome to this great event that we're about to have. So without further ado, let's bring them up one at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him best as the voice of Kurama from Naruto and Boruto. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Sink. Here.
Thank you, everyone. Right here.
Kurama, the nine-tailed demon fox, is with you tonight.
Thank you.
Next up, this lady I met a couple years ago. Very talented. Y'all know her as Sora from Digimon, and you know her as Miles, Tails, Prower in Sonic. Please give a warm welcome to Colleen O'Shaughnessey.
Hello, Atlantic City! How's everybody doing? Woo! I'm so happy to be here, and I am intrigued by this whole panel. I have no idea what's happening, but here we go. Woo!
And last but certainly not least, currently, this gentleman did the Netflix series, Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom. He was Sideswipe and Skyfire. Give it up for Mr. Mark Whitten.
How's it going, everybody? Let's get this started!
All right, so pretty much how we're gonna do this is that they're going to read a script from a specific anime that we all know and love, and pretty much they're gonna read it normally, and then I'm gonna throw them a little bit of a curveball as they read it again. Okay, so everyone, if you have the script.
We got it. Check, or...
Can you get a mic check over here?
We can check these ones too. Yeah. Check them out. Testing.
Hello, hello.
Oh.
Hey!
Your mic works.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
I chose
Hey,
wisely.
this one works too. I'm gonna take this one.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Script
Got your script?
open.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think 5 comes next. Okay, good.
And a 1, and a 2.
All right. So pretty much the script that we're gonna do today is a little snippet from Pokemon. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
But Digimon rules.
So pretty much I'm going to be the narrator,
Okay.
and if anyone wants to, if I feel like someone would like to come up and try to do something, then I will point out to one of you. Be like a fan experience a little bit. All right, so,
Are you gonna cast it?
so I'm gonna be the
Who are we
narrator.
playing today?
Matt, you're gonna be Ash.
Thank you, Mark.
Colleen, Misty,
Okay.
What a surprise.
Let me see.
and Paul, you're gonna be Brock.
I am Brock.
Sorry, I won't do it like that. I am, what is it, Groot?
I am Groot.
Yeah,
I don't know what Misty sounds like, so we'll see what she sounds like today.
we can all make choices up here, so.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
This is the alternate
Make
reality. of
strong
Pokemon.
choices. This is what we do. Okay.
All right.
Really low.
Ready, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, who's the pirate? Arr.
I might be the pirate as well.
Play the pirate?
We'll see.
Okay.
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 This is gonna go great.
This is gonna be fantastic.
All right.
I'll be Pikachu.
I feel very good about this.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Ash and the others are on a journey training to be Pokemon masters. It's a beautiful day, so they take a break in the field.
Is it ready yet?
Ash, you can help too.
I can't even move 1 millimeter because I'm so starved.
Stew well and raise slowly. You mustn't be in a rush with the soup or Pokemon. You be the pirate, lad. Arr.
Pirates? Hey, you! The boy over there! Are you Ash from Pallet Town?
Yeah, that's right.
Can I have a Pokemon battle with you, matey?
Okay! I must have a solid fight.
I thought you couldn't even move 1 millimeter.
Just 1 or 2 Pokemon fights before breakfast.
Well, this is lunch, so that would be before lunch.
Pikachu! Thank you.
Of course, they have the Pokemon battle.
Oh my god!
I did it!
It was just because your opponent was weak.
Well, he didn't raise them well.
Okay, now
Pikachu gets stronger and stronger.
Oh, this is a different scene.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
I don't
we
know.
got that was in scene.
Beautiful.
so for Jesse, James, and Meowth, I will need 3 people from the audience. Let's see. Who wants to be James? Okay, this young lady right here. All right. Who wants to be Jesse?
Jesse.
Jesse is a friend.
Why not? Come on up.
Yeah, no.
And we need someone for Meowth. Oh, you shut your hand up. Okay, come on up. Come on up.
I've been triggered.
We'll need to pick up 3 more mics, please.
Yeah, do we have more microphones? More microphones.
Maybe I want to scoot this way.
Gotta get the other
Check,
microphone.
check, 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 check. Yeah. We got this one right here.
Does that one work?
Come on
Does this
over.
one work? Nope.
This one's still
That
up.
one's not, yeah. Maybe on the end over there? I don't know. No.
I add words.
Is it on?
Best part is.
Hello? Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, I don't like my voice. It's amazing.
Nobody likes mine either, but I keep working.
Okay, so you are going to play James. This is going to be interesting. You're going to play Jesse, and you are going to be Meowth. Okay? All right.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. So let's take it from when Ash said I did it, and then we'll go on from there.
Okay.
Okay? So Ash. Ash.
Is that me?
That's
Yes.
you.
Where's the line?
gonna
Wait,
take-
what line is it? Shoot.
Starting from
We're gonna take it from I did it.
Oh, I did it!
It was just because your opponent was weak.
You didn't even raise them well.
Two.
Pikachu gets stronger and stronger.
Oh, was he Jesse? I'm sorry.
He's Jesse. She's
I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I screwed it up.
Casting, alert casting.
Ego.
All right. Sorry. I was trying to help and I was not helping.
All right.
Yeah, let me go ahead and cue you again.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
He didn't even raise them well.
Pikachu gets stronger and stronger.
Beautiful.
We couldn't beat him even once, but word surrounder isn't in our dictionary.
I will get that Pikachu.
But look at that. I'm so hungry.
I've got a frying pan.
What good is such a thing without meat and vegetables? It's just an iron board.
All right. Give him up.
Nice.
Give it up, guys. Okay. Okay. Now, we're going to do this one more time, but this time, Matt, as an 80s baby, can I get a little side swipe?
A little side swipe?
Can I get a little side swipe? Colleen?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
I know there's a lot of Sonic fans in the audience right now. Can we please get some tails?
If we must.
Yes. Tails it is.
Ah, and Paul.
No way, no way. I haven't even heard it yet.
Since you have the shirt, we would love to hear you as Kurama.
All right, as Rock.
Yes.
All right.
Now, for you as Meowth. I would like to hear you with, like, as we're gonna do this like, we're doing this pretty much like that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? I would like to hear you say your lines as if you were doing the weather. Like you were doing the weather. Like
on the news.
like a weather girl. As Jesse, I hope you're very good at doing like Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. There you go. You're gonna be Scooby-Doo. And for you, young lady, how about you do your lines as James, but with somewhat of a British accent?
Yes, I'd be pleasured to.
Okay.
It would be my grand pleasure.
Hey.
All right. All right. We're gonna take it from the top. Okay. And of course, as the narrator, since I'm an amateur voice actor, I'm gonna try to do Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. Ash and the others are on a journey training to be Pokemon Masters. It's a beautiful day, so they take a break in the field.
Is it ready yet?
Ash, you can help too.
I can't. I can't even move 1 millimeter because I'm so starved.
Stew well and raise slowly. You mustn't be in a rush with both soup or Pokemon.
Byron, give me the
Hey,
Byron.
you!
The boy over there. Are you Ash from Palatown?
That's right.
Can I have a Pokemon battle with you, matey?
Okay. I must have a solid fight.
I thought you couldn't move 1 millimeter.
Just 1 or 2 Pokemon fights before breakfast.
This is lunch, so that would be before lunch.
Pikachu!
Oh my God!
Yes! Did it!
It was just because your opponent was weak.
He didn't even raise them well.
Pikachu gets stronger and stronger. I don't feel that. You can do it.
You can do it, that's stronger and stronger.
I wasn't prepared. Tell me. Pikachu gets stronger and stronger. Yes! We couldn't beat him, even once, but the word surrender isn't in our dictionary.
Oh, look at that Pikachu!
But look at that! I don't know. I'm so hungry.
I got a frying pan!
What good is such a thing without meat and vegetables? It's just an iron board.
All right. Give it up for everyone on stage. Thank you very much for closing it down. Thank you so much. Give it up for our brave three. All right. So.
Alrighty then.
I wish we had more scripts, but unfortunately we don't. You want? Sure, come on. I guess we're gonna do it one more time. What? You want to be up here? I was saying, you want to be up here? All right.
Yeah, we can choose one.
Yeah, choose two people.
Let's go. Alright. Me and Maria, it'll be quick. I want Sloth.
Sloth? All right, come on up, Sloth.
And Kira.
All right, come on up.
Go Noah!
Yeah, Noah.
Feels different. It was different.
Yeah, switch our parts around.
Switch it up.
Okay. I gotta look. I feel so bad.
We'll share a microphone. I don't know if this is...
I feel so bad.
Check.
Okay.
Hey!
Check.
This is gonna be fun.
So, ooh, yes, that's right. You were him. So, this time, Paul, as Brock, you will say it in the style of Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts.
I picked the right time.
Oh, I meant different.
I am too much of a Digimon fan, Colleen. I am too much of a Digimon fan. Please.
Can I be a different part then?
Sure.
Okay. Pick a different.
Matt.
Oh, you want me to just pick my own?
Matt.
Technically, Mark. Sorry. That's okay. Oh boy. Just give me something weird to do.
Oh, I will. I will.
How about Rengoku? Yeah. You're welcome, right?
Sure. Okay. All right. Now, we're gonna have you as Meowth. What kind of an impression do you do? Like, are you good with impressions or
Western, I'm pretty good at.
Okay. All right, Libby Deku as James.
Okay. Fine with me.
And then Jesse.
I guess Team Rock is fine.
You're Jesse.
Away!
Yes.
What kind of like can you do like any
She can explode people.
can you do like any like accents or anything?
My name's Yoshi.
Or you could try to act out your character as Jesse.
I'll just try. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do something.
All right.
Surprise!
Wait, am I...
All right then. Taking it one more time from the top, and then we're gonna do some Q&A. All right.
Ash and the others are on a journey training to be Pokemon Masters. It's a beautiful day, so they take a break in the field.
Is it ready yet?
Ash, you can help too.
I can't even move 1 millimeter because I'm so starved.
Stew well and raise slowly. You mustn't be in a rush with both soup or Pokemon.
Hey, you! The boy over there, brother! Are you Ash from Palatown?
That's right!
Cool, brother. Can I have a Pokemon match with you?
Okay, I must have a solid fight.
I thought you couldn't move 1 millimeter.
Just 1 or 2 Pokemon fights before breakfast. Might!
This is lunch. That would be before lunch.
Pikachu!
Oh, brother! Oh my God, brother!
I did it.
It was just because your opponent was weak.
He didn't raise them well.
Oh boy, I guess Pikachu gets stronger and stronger. Beautiful.
We couldn't beat him even once. But the word surrender isn't in our dictionary.
I will get that Pikachu. Oh, but look at that.
I'm so hungry.
I got a frying pan.
What good is such a thing without meat and vegetables? It's just an iron board.
All right. Great job, everyone. You for our next 3 performers up here.
What a good way to end this. I'm gonna go through and you guys said this too.
All right. So we're gonna do a little bit of Q&A. So the first question I would have for all 3 of you
Two, thank you.
would be, what is, out of all the characters you've done, which is the all-time favorite that you've ever done, and why?
It's a tie between Wormmon from Digimon and Punch from Cowboy Bebop. Punch was the weirdest, strangest, silliest, most alien, bizarre thing I've ever done, and so we had insane fun with it. And Wormmon, you just want to pick him up and cuddle him and love him and take care of him and just kind of, you know, just kind of. So he was so sweet and wonderful that we all just cried every time we worked on it. So both of them were so intense, but they're apples and oranges. They're so different, I can't really compare them. So it's a tie between the two.
Okay.
If I had to pick, really, I would have to go with Wormmon.
He's my favorite man too.
He's all of our favorite cards.
That is an impossible question to answer because I feel like all of my characters are little pieces of me, and it's really hard to pick. I love Tails. I love Jazz. I love Wasp. I love the very, very first character I ever got to play in a series, Polly McShane. She collected spoons, and she did the polka. You know, I love what I do, and it's so hard to just choose one. I love to work. I love every job I get to do. I've been having more and more fun with Cho-Cho and Boruto. Friggin' love her. That's my answer.
You took my all-encompassing dodgy answer. I was gonna be like, well, all of them. Smile. No, I totally agree though. You're absolutely right. It's funny, like every character you do, you find a piece of yourself in it, and so it can be hard to choose. I really like one of the first characters that I got to voice, which is O from Home Adventures with Tip and O, where I voice matched Jim Parsons from the movie, and he's just a very emotional boob. And I also got to sing quite a bit when I was doing his voice, and it was just wonderful to pick up on Jim Parsons' voice and be able to kind of emulate him and bring all of his boobiness to the world. But then I really freaking love Rengoku too, because like that storyline, it's just, but that's like a total 180. So like picking these characters, it's so funny. Like you're saying, I don't know what to do. They seem like these.
Yeah, can you pick a favorite toe? I mean, you know.
Yes, I can.
The ones I haven't broken yet. Those are my favorites.
You know, I mean, it's hard. It's like,
All right. You know what? I think for the next few questions, because we're only here until 7, I'm gonna have the audience actually ask you a few questions. So if you wanna,
what do y'all want to know?
So if you guys have any questions, there's someone right here.
We reserve the right to not answer.
I'm kidding.
Okay, if you all want to ask them a question, please keep your hand up, okay? Here you go, sir.
Where's my ticket?
Yeah, what goes into developing your character? What do you do? What do you follow? Any procedure? What inspires you to do a character?
What inspires us to do what?
What goes into developing the character, and what's our process, and what inspires you to do it and do it better?
Okay. Well.
Colleen.
Yeah, that was for Colleen only. We can leave.
No.
For me, I like to see a picture. So that always helps me, because if that's kind of where I started. When I was younger, whenever I saw a baby that couldn't talk or an animal, I always gave it a voice. It's just what I did. Like, I just was like, that's what that person, being, whatever is saying. So I like to see a picture. That's one for me. Then I read the description. Give me an age range, give me some personality traits. Then I look at the script and I try to get some context of what's going on. And so that's sort of where I start. And then I have an impression, and then when I book the job, it's a collaborative effort. You know, the director will say, hey, can you try it this way? And then maybe the writers are there and they have an idea of, well, you know, we like that, but let's go this way. So it rounds out the whole character. What inspires me is all of the amazing people that I get to work with. I am inspired every day by those ridiculously talented people. You know, the writing and I love new projects. I love people's creativity. I like hilarity and
yeah, that's great. No, I'm going to piggyback because Colleen, you said a bunch of wonderful things. Artwork's always great. I like to find out how to get it into my body. So for something that's like just behind a mic, I really like to find out the physical aspects of it. So if that's like lowering my shoulders and becoming a little bit chilled out, or if that's really having like a lot of tension or carrying a lot of weight to my body and finding out how the body of the character moves. So for something that is actually just a vocal art, I find that the more I involve my body during a recording session, so long as I'm not like clomping around, it actually helps a lot to inspire that character. And then you were talking about inspiration as well. Oh, and I would say just like art. Like I play a lot of video games, I watch a lot of shows. Even people that I know in my own life, like my family members, inspire voices. Like folks that I meet on the streets, they'll inspire voices. So inspiration's all around us. It's just kind of wherever you look for it and what speaks to you.
Honestly, and echo that in a lot of ways. The process itself, I always remember that whatever character I'm playing wants something. It's given to you by the playwright, the director will explain it to you, and you have to actually create the want, the desire for that. And you connect according to what the playwright is giving you, whatever the screenwriter is giving you, and saying, this is what you're after. The director will tell you, this is the world you are in, okay? So if you're in a world where, puppies ride dragons, however real that is, you have to connect with the character, what their desires are. My way of doing that is to just really connect on a human level. Interestingly, when you mentioned about bringing the body into it, this was the face I used when I did Wormmon. And I was like that all the time. I didn't even realize it until the engineer said it. He says, I love to watch you work. He says, because you're in the booth like this all the time.
I don't know, Ken. I don't want to bother anybody.
So there was a thing that I took on, and it does get into your body. The same as when you're playing a bigger, meaner character or something like that. There's something more boisterous about you, So when I'm Yami Rialdo from Bleach, all that gets in there. Taking care of the microphone, of course. The inspiration for me, yeah, absolutely. Growing up doing cartoons, my brother Tommy always loved to play with words. So we all knew it was a lizard, but he would say lizard. He always knew that the dromedary, the thing called a llama, he would call it a llama because he liked to play with the words. So just getting in love with the language. And the work itself, I always like to explain it this way. I was meant to be an actor, that's why I'm on the planet. I'm convinced of that down to the marrow of my bones, which is why every time I'm working, I'm 3 feet off the ground, because I know I'm exactly where I should be. It's why I can't think of anything else outside of where I am in the booth or on the stage. It is a high that I don't realize I'm on until a couple hours after I'm done and I crash.
Yeah, you're exhausted, I know.
Yeah, you're really just like kabam. But the inspiration I get also that I get from you guys. We come to conventions and we hear you talk about what these things have meant to you. People come by my autograph table with all my pictures and they say, this was my childhood. That inspires me. Sorry.
I don't want to bother anybody.
No, honestly, that does inspire me because hearing you tell the stories of what we do and how much it means to you, that is one of the greatest inspirations I have.
All right. This young lady has a question.
Hi. Have
you ever done so many voices that you can't remember what your actual voice sounds like?
That's actually a good question.
How do you know this was it? I don't know.
Well, I'll start with that because one of the things I do when I go to a convention is I introduce myself for my first panel. And I say, my name is Paul St. Peter and this is my voice. Because most of you just following my work would never know what I sound like because I never get to use my own voice. I'm always called in for the characters, for the accents, the dialects, the monster voices and things like that. I will go in sometimes and I will speak other languages. I almost never get to be me. Thank heaven for Netflix because we're doing live action things now, so I'm actually doing characters where I get to go in and just do my own voice. It throws me off a little bit because I'm so used to stepping up and being, I am Leomon and you will not harm these children, you know. Or as Zemnis, I have hours and hours speaking like this. And so when I'm driving home, I'm like, that guy cut me up. I mean, that guy cut me up. So it is clicking yourself out of that. Yeah, so in a way, yes, I do sometimes forget.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you either of you experienced this as well, but I feel like it's something that I just kind of do without really knowing it when I'm around folks. Depending on how anyone that I'm around is speaking, I'll just slightly start also speaking like them. Like I just start to drift into whatever crowd I'm around, or just like things will linger. So I feel like it just I naturally find myself trying to mimic other folks, depending on the situation that I'm in. So I think I know what I sound like normally, but I also, it depends on where I'm at in geography, space, and time, and who I'm around, that I start just kind of like automatically trying to take on those traits. So that's weird, I guess, but.
I still slip into voices all the time. And sometimes when my kids were little, my mom, my son would be like, Mommy, be Zeter. I'd have to be Zeter for the whole meal. So, but yeah, I mean, I do it with my dogs, and I'm like, you know, cuckoo banana face, look at you. You know, I do stuff like that all day long. It probably drives my family crazy. Or maybe they're just used to it. Maybe they don't know what my real voice is. I don't know.
I helped a friend of mine move to Dallas many years ago. He'd been in LA for like 30 years, and he just said, I can't do this anymore. So he drove a 30-foot truck all the way to Dallas. And he asked me, is there anything you want to get while you're here? I said, yeah, I'd love to try your chicken fried steak, you know. So his brother and he and two other guys, including an actor from Dallas, and I all went and we got the best chicken fried steak in Texas, right? But I'm listening to them talk, and just like this happens to you, after a while I was just kind of getting into the whole thing.
You start to sink into it.
Yeah, my R's got a lot harder, and I began to growl a little bit.
It's kind of nice when in Rome, you know?
Right?
Yeah, and really it is something that if you live at a certain place long enough, you will automatically pick it up. It's not just something that invades, it's something you adapt to, because now these people will understand you better because of the way you're speaking like they are now.
Right.
And so it is, it's a natural human thing to do. It's a very good thing, as long as you can break it, you know. I don't go to the Bronx, you know, and I come back to LA and I can't stop. You know, what's the matter?
What's the matter?
What are you, stupid? Come here.
It's all right. You forget about it.
You forget about it.
You got it.
All right, this young lady here.
So, how do you deal with fans of a character who don't necessarily like the voice you do for a character? Like fans who just are toxic in general. I know Mark definitely has seen this.
Fans who are, how do you deal with fans who are toxic or someone who doesn't like your performance? I don't know. I trust that you get cast for a reason. You try to do the best you can, and you know, you try to. I guess you try to ignore the bad insofar as it like if it cripples you and it makes it so that you can't get up the next day and do your job and try to keep bringing your best to it, then that's a problem. So I always try to keep my mind on things that help me to keep improving and keep moving forward. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's always room for criticism. And I know that everyone, especially with art, like art's very subjective and we all have opinions of how we want performances to be. We're all critical of each other sometimes. But I think that can also be constructive. The toxicity I don't like because I think that really goes nowhere, but something that helps us to all grow and become better at what we do and to produce better art, I think that's great. And I just, I try to keep myself waking up the next day and always giving it 100%. So.
I haven't really had too many people be like, oh, I hate your voice for that. But I have, like, the very first anime expo that I went to in LA, and I'd never been to a convention before. And so they invited, like, the entire cast of Naruto. And it's so funny because with anime, you do it by yourself. So I didn't even know how many people were on that show. And I got there, I'm like, no way, you're on this too. And we're like, okay, this is like a normal panel. Maybe there's 5. I'm not kidding, there were like 30 of us up there. I'm like, we're gonna break the stage. It was crazy. And so afterwards, they brought us all into a room to sign autographs. And like I said, I'd never been to one before. I'd never seen all the cosplay. I was like, I feel like I should have dressed differently today. But I sat down and, I play Ino and I play Konohamaru, and it was fairly new. It was new to me. And this girl came up to me. She was dressed like Sakura. She didn't say she hated me, but she hated Ino, like with every fiber of her being. And she's like, did you know that you're the 113th favorite character? I'm like, 113? I didn't even know there were that many characters on the show. At least I made the list. And I'm trying to make jokes with her, and she's like, and she just keeps coming back at me, and she's like, Ino did this, and Ino did that, and she's the worst, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't write the show, sorry you don't like her. And then she comes back a 3rd time with her autograph book, and she goes, I guess you can sign this. And I was like, I am not offended at all. If you don't want me to sign that book, I am not signing that book. And she's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, really, I don't have to. It's okay, I get it. You don't like Ino? You do you. You'll make a great Sakura. And she just like, I don't even remember if I ended up signing it or not. I mean, I wasn't gonna not sign it if she really wanted me to, but it was like, so I just, everyone's entitled to their opinion. We don't write the shows, we don't direct the shows, we do what, we of course are part of the process, but when when the general you attacks a voice actor for their performance, A, that's not nice. B, that's not fair. We didn't choose ourselves to be cast in that role, somebody else did. We don't have a lot of say in a lot of what we do. We certainly don't write the stuff, so, but for me, that was like one of the worst. Like, I was like, oh, dude, sorry, I don't know. But luckily, I haven't had any hate.
Yeah, from the very first thing I did back in
what was that?
Back in The translation is 1985. I'll just say it, okay. That was Robotech. And we still have weird, strange, bizarre fans out there, and I'm not kidding. They actually send letters to those of us that produce this, and they're awful, terrible things. Because they found out that Robotech was actually 3 different series spliced into one. And they felt so betrayed that they actually attacked us. They started sending letters and doing, this was before everybody had, a lot of internet and stuff like that. Suddenly we had hate societies out there.
Societies?
They actually...
Society!
Yeah.
Like organized.
Yeah. Somebody actually sent a picture of something, just really, I'm not going to describe it, it was really just terrible, terrible stuff, to the original producer, which was named Carl Nasik. He would get this stuff in the mail. How they got his address, I don't know, which is a scary thing. People try to get our phone numbers. They try to contact us directly. And
Don't do that.
like Colleen said,
Seriously, don't.
it has
I've had it
nothing to do.
happen 3 times now.
It has nothing to do with me. I don't write it. I don't direct it. I'm the actor that came in and do the role, and then I walked away. Okay. So if you didn't like something that I did in Bleach, or you didn't like something that I did in Samurai Champloo or whatever like that, remember, I went in and I did a role and I was directed as such, and I walked away. But we have people actually like, well, you know, we're speaking to a female character in Robotech. Well, when he broke that date with you, didn't you want to like kick him in the nads? And this poor girl that played the role says, guys, remember, it's just a show, you know, but they can be that bad. They actually identify us with the characters. And in some cases, we've had actors who've been physically threatened because of something that happened in an episode. How ridiculous is that?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you know, we're people, we're human beings, we have feelings, and you know, anything that you spew online, it's hurtful, you know, if you're saying something. I mean, you wouldn't want somebody to say something nasty to you, so when people do that to voice actors, it's just so mean. And why? Like, you know.
No, absolutely. And I think that what you're all saying too is that it's like, it's a bigger process, and sometimes we don't realize it because we're like the front face of it, or a lot of actors are the front face of a very large process that involves a lot of creative people on a whole team. So it's this larger collaborative effort. You know, so I think it's sometimes we forget that, and we single someone out as a target for a certain thing. And I think just keeping in mind that it's like this big team effort, and that it is all done in the service of entertainment. You know.
Absolutely. If it bothers you, whatever we're doing, if it bothers you,
there are a lot of shows out there.
Watch something else.
we didn't mean it personally. If it bothers you, we didn't mean it. We weren't aiming it at you. Okay? If something about it upsets you or whatever, then in a way we've done our job because we've touched you. Okay? But if the script itself and the work that we do bothers you, it could be that you have issues that you need to work on. And there's nothing that we can do about that, all right?
Okay.
Who do we got?
Yeah.
Who's got questions?
Okay, so this gentleman here has a question.
Okay.
What's up?
So, Mark, I heard through the grapevine that you do a really nice Irish jig. Would you be care to give a demonstration to the class?
I do a nice, wait, what was that?
An Irish jig. Little dance, you know, river dancing.
An Irish, I do?
Yes.
That's news to me. I can attempt it, I guess.
Yes, come on, please. I would love to see a demonstration from the homie Rengoku himself. Who wants to see Mark dance? Let's go, let's go!
Apparently I Irish jig now, but I'm gonna need a beat, everybody. Come on.
So we have time for one
I'm
more
available
question.
for weddings.
Okay, so we have time for one more question. It'll be from this young lady here.
Hi, so I just wanted to say I love you guys all so much. You guys are amazing. And what's your favorite anime? Like one that you might have done, but like one that you've watched before as well.
Cowboy Bebop.
Great answer!
Yeah, sorry, right out the gate. I love it.
Okay, this is going to be the wrong answer, but I don't watch it. I don't watch it. I can tell you the ones I've had a lot of fun working on. Like, I had so much fun working on the Glitter Force. I can't even tell you. I know it's very silly, but I love the Glitter Force. Glitter bands, glitter boots. I mean, it was so much ridiculous fun. I laughed my face off. So much fun. And Cho-Cho has been a blast to work on, too, with Boruto. But I don't watch a lot of the stuff that I do. I probably should, but I don't play video games either.
As we mentioned, though, there are a lot of shows out there.
There are.
Yeah. I mean, over the course of my career since 1900, that's a lot of episodes. That's a lot of sessions. I can't possibly watch all of that stuff. I've also done animes that we completed, however many episodes they were, and the people that owned it, in this particular case, a show called The Adventures of Zoe and Charlie. We finished that 30 years ago. Fox Kids put it up on a shelf somewhere and it's still sitting there. It's never played. If I could watch that again, I was the narrator, which they called the Sage. I was in every episode. It was the funniest, cutest, wonderfulest show. I would call that my favorite, but I've never had a chance to see them all the way through. But to answer the question directly, I would have to say Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah!
I'm gonna say Cowboy Bebop.
So good.
Okay.
I don't know, Yudi, that's a lot of oolongs.
Okay, so we have 9 minutes left in the panel. So, for the
Another
last 9
script?
minutes.
Oh my God.
No. For the last 9 minutes, this is actually going to be different. So, as characters I provide for you, I was wondering if you guys would like to play a little game of rock, paper, scissors with the audience.
How do you do that? I mean, I know how to
Like
rock,
we
paper,
all
scissors.
do, we all decide on what we're gonna explain.
Yep.
Yeah, I need
So,
further explanation. What do we do?
for you, Mark.
I'm Rock.
Rock.
You will be Satet from Fire Emblem.
As playing rock, paper, scissors as Satet.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting.
For Colleen.
I'll have to figure out what this game is.
Eno.
Eno. Okay. Billboard brow.
And for Paul. I would like for you to do Sagara from Tenjo Tengen.
I have to be honest, I don't remember.
Can you get a reference?
Yeah, if we have a vocal reference, I probably could. No, and honestly, that's one thing that all of us have done so much work when somebody says, well, when you did such and so voice, I may not remember it, honestly, you know.
But give this man one little reminder and you are on it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
If we do,
You get that reference line and you're like,
we play a reference, so yeah, we click right back into it.
Okay, then how about Cherubimon from Digimon Frontier?
I did 23 Digimon. I'm not exaggerating.
I never got to play a Digimon until the movies. I was like, how am I the only
Go with the OG.
Leomon?
No, Kurama.
Come
on!
Did Kurama already!
And him playing rock, paper, scissors?
Let's be honest here. He's probably sick and tired of it. Let him choose.
Okay.
Okay, I can always key into Leomon, that's no problem.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, now how do
I don't understand.
all right, rock, paper,
So
scissors
play
has
with
always
the
been,
audience.
like, right?
Yes, shoot. All right, so everyone, we're gonna go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, on shoot, you shoot out what you want. All right, they're gonna decide, they're on their own, what they're gonna put out. You guys put out anything random, all right?
wait, if they're able to put out more than one rock, paper, or scissor, we're all going to get eliminated.
We only have 9 minutes left. Clearly, it's a short game.
All right. Okay.
All right. Are we all ready? Are we all ready? Yeah. All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Got paper up here.
Paper.
Scissors.
Don't even think about scissors.
If you have,
I will mind jutsu
if
you
you
so
have
hard.
rock, you're out. If you have scissors, you stay in. If you have paper, you stay in. All right.
Wait. How many are we up against? Raise your hands if we're still up against.
11?
Oh my God. This is a losing battle.
All right.
I have
Uh-oh.
how do you call it? A compromise.
Uh-oh.
Why don't the voice actors face the Puchi staff? Let's go.
Oh, whoa, that's a call out.
Now this is a...
That is a call out.
Go.
All right.
Okay, how about this? Just to make things a little bit more interesting.
Oh, no.
Why don't you three decide amongst yourselves and pick your opponents?
Oh!
Ooh, okay.
Okay, wait.
No. Hear me out. I don't want to hear it. No.
guys choose your... Yes.
They get to do it with the voices, right?
Yes.
We have to do it with voices too.
Oh,
Even ground.
okay, fine.
Deku? Why not
All right, guys. So, as the current voice, who do you choose?
Green hat guy, I choose you!
All right, Deku. You've been challenged by Colleen.
Green hat, not green hat.
Oh, green hat. Oh.
For those who,
All right.
For those
That's 2 out of 3.
who doesn't know what the heck is
Ready?
going on, he chose Rick.
All right. We're going on rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay? Ready?
You're okay? You're not gonna hurl, are you?
No.
All right. You ready? Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's 1. That's 1. Come on. Yes. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, it's 1.
Red, son!
All right, this will be the winner.
I don't even know what's going
You ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Rick defeats Ito. Ooh. She said whatever.
Oh!
All right.
All right.
All right. All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, okay. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, okay. Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh.
Akuma wins.
That's 1. That's 1. Here we go. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Deku went 2-0 straight.
I have something to ask of you all. Is this how this game works?
Alright, no, seriously. You want me to be honest too? Is that really how it works?
All right, my good sir.
Beware of Neomon.
All right. You ready?
I know, right?
Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, they're good. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, okay. That's 1-0. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, 2-0. And with a score of 2-1, the Puchi staff wins at rock, paper, scissors.
Pretty definitive right there. Cool, thanks so much for having us, everybody.
Sadly, this is the end of this panel, but everyone please give it up to Mark, Colleen, and Paul. Give it up for them, guys. Of course, they're going to be here tomorrow as well. So everyone, thank you so much for coming out for this panel.